Hi, today we're going to prepare apple pudding with bread. This recipe will allow you to use the bread left from the day before and also if you have any pieces of fruit that need using up. If you make it with recently bought apples like the ones I've used, it will be as tasty. I remind you that at the end of this video and at the bottom in the description, you will find all the ingredients and quantities to prepare this recipe. So let's start with the ingredients. To prepare the apple pudding, I'm going to use sugar for the syrup. For the creme caramel, I will use milk, eggs and sugar, and then I will use apples and stale bread. This is the bread from the day before, a bit of cinnamon and lemon to flavor and butter. To prepare the syrup, pour sugar and a bit of water, about 3 tablespoonfuls, and then heat gently. You do not need to do anything else, just wait for it to brown. You can see it starts to go brown, and as soon as it reaches the desired color, remove it from the hob. At this point, I'm going to pour it in the tin. I will use this loaf cake tin, but you can use any you like. Spread it all over the base and put it aside. Pour the milk in a saucepan. Add the cinnamon and also the lemon skin previously cut with the peeler. Now heat it up until boiling and after lower the heat. When the milk starts boiling, let it boil for 2 minutes at low heat and then let it cool down. Peel 2 of the apples and once they peel, we need to remove the core. You can do it with an apple corer, but it's very easy with a knife. Once the apples are peeled and clean, you can slice them in thin slices. You can do it with a mandolin slicer or with a knife. Put a saucepan on the hob and melt the butter. Once the butter has melted, we add the sliced apple. We cook the apple on a low heat until soft. Cut the bread in thin slices or into cubes, you can choose. I cut it this way because it soaks very well. Then, place the eggs in a bowl, add the sugar, and beat it with a whisk until mixed. Strain the milk, which will have all the flavors of the lemon and the cinnamon. And now, pour the milk into the bowl with the beaten eggs. All you have to do now is to add all the bread and let it soak well. Meanwhile, I was preparing the rest of the recipe and the apples are now soft. I've been stirring it every now and then and it's been kept on low heat. Before adding the apple, we're going to whisk the egg mixture with bread and now we can pour in the apple. Whisk it again and now we have the pudding ready to pour into the caramelized tin. Put the tin in a bain-marie tray in the oven. Place it in the center of the oven, in the second of the 5 levels in my oven, and pour hot water into the tray. We only put up to the middle. I've forgotten to mention, I preheated the oven at 250 centigrades, with heat from the top and bottom. And now we lower it to 175 degrees. I program it for 1 hour and 15 minutes. To test if it's done, put a skewer in it, and if it's ready, it comes out clean. So we let it cool. I let it cool at room temperature and then put it in the fridge for at least 5 hours or overnight. To keep it in the fridge, I'm going to cover it with foil. I've had it in the fridge all night and now it's time to remove from the tin. Firstly, I will use my knife to remove the cake. I will shake it a bit to ensure it's not stuck anywhere. And now we can remove it from the tin like any other cake. To finish, you can decorate it with some mint leaves and cherries. Now I'm going to cut it so I can show you the inside of the cake. You can see all the layers with the sliced apple. You have seen this easy and tasty recipe of apple pudding. If you've liked my video, help me by clicking on like and subscribe to my channel if you've not already done so. And remember to leave a comment letting me know your opinion about this recipe. See you in my next video and do not forget to share. Thanks!